Well, good morning or good evening, everyone. We're live, and so nice to see you here. And hi, Nick. How are you doing?
Hi, Marie. I'm fantastic. I just saying to
Yeah.
Marie, I'm so energized at the moment. Probably why I've got red on. And I don't often put it on because I know it feels such a strong life color, and I just sometimes feel I've got to merge. But I'm out of the merging. I'm coming alive.
You're playing.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
which is great. Hi, Marie. Nice to see you on as
Hello.
well. So yeah, but and thanks everyone for sending in your dreams and your experiences. I think it's really good because it helps everyone to clear or to look at things as well in a different perspective. And I think we were probably talking about this last week, but that collective energy where for me, I was hearing and going through a lot of disruption and a lot of coming together and head to head, this stuff was coming up, but it was simply because the frequency was just going off the scales. And so, of course, all the old deep stuff has to come up. A lot of it was familial as well. So we were clearing, through our lineages, and that was helping the collective. So, and I definitely felt a beautiful big space come up after that shift happened with people I was working with. And yeah, so I don't know, Nick, what you've been feeling out there in the collective?
I've been feeling it all, and luckily I've spent some time over the last few days with a girlfriend, and I've been away with to their place. And during that time, we pulled cards. We've been really connecting to our crystals. Like the crystals have been incredibly potent, I would say, at the moment, and just I guess we're both of us are at a really good space, so it's nice to be around that people. And I guess that's what I'm probably getting to, which is we're magnetizing where we need to be. And she
Mhm.
was exactly the tonic I needed, um, and vice versa. It was just like wonderful, and we could just spend hours together, fleshing out life, the universe, talking about anything and everything. It was great.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
it
I'm
is. It's
definitely
lovely.
I'm
Mm.
getting that connection with our families, our ancestors, our pastors coming through. And I said to Maria, I pulled a card that basically shows that unity of that polarity feeling that we have sometimes within our families and our relationships. And just sort of starting to seal them off, close them off now, and be ready to move on to something different with them.
Do you wanna
Mm.
show the card you got? It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, Damiana.
To
And I
me,
did.
oh, sorry, yeah, that represents the Two of Cups, and it's really that beautiful, as Nick has been saying, that coming together rather
Mm,
than the angst and the anger and everything that's been coming up, and the differences. And, it's
yeah.
been to me, it feels like it's been quite quick in a way as well, the
Yes.
shift.
Yes, yeah, it has.
Yeah.
I did say to Marie, I wonder if everybody else has felt that way at the moment. If there's something, if they're having reconnections with past friendships and relationships or family members,
Yeah.
I think it's time to really come back together again with that. And even though not everyone is at the same trajectory, at the same time, we're certainly on the same path now. We will get
Absolutely.
to that destination.
And I
Mm.
feel there's gonna be a lot more, calm in the farm, sort of, so to speak. And I sort of
Oh,
this card came up, which is
oh,
perfect. It's the Four of
yeah.
Wands, it's the home, it's the coming together. And I also had beautiful time with friends and people I hadn't seen for over like 25 years. And yet that, you still hold that beautiful place in your heart. You go, I really enjoyed being with that person. And it's just this connection. And nothing had changed. It was wonderful. So I feel maybe we are coming back into that space of creating more peacefulness within ourselves, which then, of course, goes into the collective as well. So, yeah, it's
Mm,
lovely. But, so
awesome.
I'd love to hear from people. What's been going on for everyone? How have you been feeling? What have you been noticing? I think we did have we had our full moon yet, or is it coming up? What's the date today?
I think it's on the 10th, actually. So
Yeah,
for us,
here it's the 10th. Yeah, I think it's so
tomorrow.
yeah, so that'll be coming up. So that'll be just to see if it affects people or whatever. But definitely some shifting happening, which is like, I feel like I can breathe again.
Yeah,
Like this.
actually, that's it. I really feel like, we've been waiting to exhale, but now I don't know. I'm just feeling into it. I think sometimes it's just about feeling into it and seeing what happens. And I also do send my love out to all those people that are still about to go through a big journey, because this push through that we've done, they're going to be being pushing through. And I've already felt that I've been in the presence of people like that a lot this week. I've had somebody around doing work on the house, and that person really needed to have someone perhaps who understands what they're going through, and just to be there with a different frequency and to help lift them out in a different way. Oh, no, we're all in good spaces, even if we don't think we are. We are.
Exactly. And I think too, when we have to experience it as well, like we do, we're here, we're human, the emotional aspect of it needs to be owned, experienced, whatever. And it's almost like I find people can feel through your psyche that, oh, they've survived this. Oh my God, they've been through this. There's a resonance. And I feel that really helps. And it's almost like a seeding, so that person, then we've been like the ice picks going through through the wall, and there it's a little bit easier for others. So that's what
Beautifully
I'm
explained.
feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly that. I totally
Yeah.
agree. Oh,
So
Marie says, last night was odd. Went to bed about 10, was up every hour. Not sure I slept until 1 a.m. Everything seemed to turn over in my mind, examining everything it seemed. Old things, current
yeah.
things.
That's not surprising, Marie, because I feel it was a little bit the same. I think the experience that Nick went through in Sydney and what I went through with this beautiful birthday weekend that was away from home, it felt like that too. But what I loved was, for me, there was so much positive that came from it. I went, oh, I forgot how much joy, how much fun, how much connection there was. So I feel, yeah, old things come up, and then we look at, well, what were the beautiful parts of that as well, and current things. So yeah, and so because Marie sent in something about sleeping, so I might pop that up now because it's very
Mm.
relevant.
Mm.
I just have to find it. We've got a few big stories today to pop
Mm.
up, so we'll just find Marie's. I think this is it here. Yep, let's pop Marie's experience up.
Okay, on Tuesday before sleep, I said I would like to sleep a full 8 hours, and I did. I woke up so relaxed and at peace. I have been waking up at night sometimes for several hours. When I woke up, two songs were going through my head: Time After Time, Cyndi Lauper, and Time, Time, Ed Ames.
Well, there you go. So, and I love it when I get songs because they seem very pertinent. So, I'll just check to see. And then there was, okay, and then I think this was like the next night as well.
High-pitched sound was strong, and then clicking started in my left ear. After sleep, kept feeling like there was a hair in my right ear. Even think I put finger in ear, but there wasn't anything. And then for a couple of nights, I kept seeing all different eyes, human like animal. It was mostly their left eye looking in my right, although I did see a couple of right eyes in my left. Last night, something was one very sharp, loud dog bark in my right ear. Oh, there was.
Yeah.
Felt like it was pay attention. Then there was a lot of that came through, but can't pinpoint it or clarify it.
Yeah, so I think this is great, Marie. So, with what you've been going through, and I mean, going back to the fact that you actually slept the full 8 hours, I love it. Our intentions are so powerful. And I've actually been doing that a little bit more too, because I've been finding the same thing. It's like there's this, oh, hang on, I'm restless. I usually can go to sleep anywhere. And so, yeah, so I've then now started doing the intention again, which has been great. But the fact that you woke up to those songs, Marie, what do you feel they meant for you? Like, what I love that song, Time After Time, Cyndi Lauper. There's something to it. There's definitely something to it, isn't there? And time. So this is about time. So maybe, and you were asking for sleep that was a certain time frame as well. So Yeah, I'd love to know what your feeling was with it. Nick, do you have anything that's dropping in for you with that?
Yeah, definitely. You know what? I've been getting songs a lot, and I should have made a point of writing down them, and I didn't, because there's songs I've had before, and there's a message in there that's being repeated. And it's funny, she's getting this repetition too within the songs with the theme of
Yeah,
that word. There's the word, it's times by two, time, two,
too.
time, two songs, two. And the rest of this message, I also feel that when she, I don't know if you can scroll through to the next,
Yeah.
where she talks about something in there that made me connect with that.
Was it the ears or was it the eyes?
Oh no, yeah, that's right. The concept of once again, we've got our left and our right, and it's about this balancing. And 1 minute was left, 1 minute was a right, to do with the eyes and the ears. And I'm feeling this. This is part of it. There's some connection to it all, bringing this back alignment again. We said at the
Absolutely.
beginning.
Absolutely. And Marie, I went through a whole stage of where the eyes would come in just before I went to sleep or during a meditation. It would just be huge. These are like an eye would come through,
Mm.
or the side of someone's face with a very distinct eye, or just the eye. So I know what you're saying, because I've actually experienced that. I haven't experienced that now for a long time. So I feel I actually pulled some cards for you. And the first one up was the Eight of Cups. So sometimes it's time to walk away. So, like, instead of repeating the time,
Mhm.
it's time to let go. That Eight of Cups tells me that there's something that's maybe not serving you anymore, or there's something that you can find that will work better for you emotionally. So within
Mm.
that Eight of Cups, and then I got a confirmation on that because the Ace of Wands came up. So this is taking action that is actually going to help you. So is there something repeating in your life that you need to change up? So time after time, it's that ongoing thing. And
Mm.
eyes, when they came through for me, I know I was going through a very big spiritual shift, and it's almost like being able to see
Mhm.
through to something else. So yeah, and so that Ace of Pentacles came up for you as well. So this is really positive. This is about creating a new reality that actually serves you. So yeah, I feel that the message in that maybe is to look at what you've been doing time after time as a subconscious action or subconscious belief system. And you might just need to go a little bit deeper in with a contemplation time or meditation time to ask that question of your soul or of yourself. So
Mm.
that would be, I don't know, that's just my feeling. So Nick, yeah.
We
And the
also saw
ears,
it like a pendulum, the metronomes that used to
yes,
go tick, 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 which feels like, yeah, that's you're getting stuck. You're stuck to swinging from left to right, when actual fact, you're just trying to find where that sweet spot is.
yes, yeah,
And, and over the weekend, I was talking a lot, and we were talking about when to wait. Sometimes we go through these patterns of ourselves that we try to break free of and we're not aware of, because we need to always weigh in. And
yeah,
sometimes we don't need to weigh in, and which means if you sit back and let what's coming to you that you would normally do or think or believe, let it come, and then watch it come. And by not weighing in verbally, by not speaking it out, it changes, it shifts something. I don't know, that's just something that I do myself, and it works. It seems to really work. But yeah, I've had lots of dreams too with eyes coming in as well at times
yes,
when I definitely have been going through a shift. So I think there's something going on for you too, Marie. Since then, I
absolutely.
decided to pass on some things, that it was time to let go. So I didn't even read this. Can't accept new without letting go of the old. Yes.
Perfect. So absolutely, it's beautiful. And, we'll literally get it in our face. It's like those
Mm,
songs can be so powerful. And with the ears, when you're getting the sounds, to
mm,
me, that's definitely frequency and messages coming through, and yeah, that can be quite powerful as well when it comes in.
mm,
Um,
mm,
yeah, so and I think
mm,
you'll probably find a lot of people have had the eyes, Marie, as well.
yeah.
That's all I used to get sometimes when I meditated or I was running a group or whatever. It was like,
Mm,
the eyes are
mm,
back, the eyes have it.
mm. I seem to get the Egyptian eyes, the eye of Horus and the eye of
Yeah.
Ra as well.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
Marie is
Yeah.
saying, I think time is changing. It's
Yeah.
all altering for the positive. Sure is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and Kathleen's popped something up.
Oh, hi, Kathleen. Hi, everyone. I looked up and time after time about enduring love, and time was about living in the present moment. Yeah.
Beautiful. That's awesome.
Mm,
And it really does. It brings it together. And now
mm,
is all we have. Like time is an illusion.
mm,
And so now is all we have to experience. So
mm,
yeah, it's beautiful. So that's a really good reminder as well for us all to just, well, where am I? Am I present, or is my mind going back to the past or to the future? Because this is where we create from as well, is our
mm.
now moment.
Yeah,
So through our feelings and our,
yeah.
visualization or whatever it is.
And how
So
powerful those two words alone, just that through that song message. It's
oh
really
yeah.
all about that, isn't it? It really is.
Absolutely, yeah. So, and the songs are so clear. You just know. It's like this knowing when the song comes in, especially if I've woken up and there's a song playing, or I keep humming a song. I'm really lucky because Zandy, she's an amazing musician. So I'll just go, Zandy, I've got these words or I've got this tune. Can you work out what song it is for me? And she usually does. So I'm
Oh,
really
that's
lucky.
cool. I
Yeah.
like that when someone's musically talented. It's very
Yes.
handy to have. I'm just wondering if time's in the book. I can't imagine because it's not an object or anything. Oh, it is.
What does it
Have you ever
say?
read out time? It says time is energy which enables us to experience and refine our creative power. All life is dependent upon cycles of time. Everything has its own season, from birth to death is the cycle of life with smaller cycles in between. We are continuously moving through the process of time. All is dynamic, changing, nothing is static. It is the perpetuator of illusion. All things dependent upon it are temporary, ever fleeting. To flow with life is to use the energy of time to its fullest, to
Oh,
goals and desires. And back.
you're back.
We are interdimensional beings, unlimited by time when we understand our higher nature.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah,
There you go. So the book always comes through.
good
I
lady.
love it. I love it. So yeah, so look, songs very, very powerful. So what is Marie's popped something up here?
I've had to do that in YT. I put in pieces of sentences or words trying to figure out the
Oh, the
songs.
songs. Yeah, yeah. So just trying to find out what the songs are. I know because sometimes I'll just get a sentence or I'll just
Mm.
have the tune and I'm going, I know it, I know it. So yeah, it can be really frustrating. YouTube, thanks, Marie.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
YT.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, absolutely. And definitely worth following up if anyone else has been experiencing songs or things like that. So
Mm. Mm.
now Kathleen and Angel Laurie have also sent in dreams. Now these ones are quite long, so I've just kept them in because I thought it was just a bit tricky to try and take them down. So Kathleen's is the first one, dream.
Okay. My daughter and I were at this house, not real house. The son in law was there too and packing up stuff. He had already packed all our things and put in storage, so I don't know why we were there. He was packing and following the daughter around, very annoying, and wanted to get back together with her. They went in the bathroom and she told him firmly marriage was over. He was kind of mad, but he was still hoping she would change her mind, and she was following her around. I thought he was normal at first, but then the facade was dropping and he was acting weird, obsessive, and clingy. Daughter and I were standing around and I was looking at all three medieval pictures on the wall, about 10 feet tall each, and the colours were nice. And I said, too bad, we already got everything. I thought, no, they were too dark, the scenes, and didn't want that kind of mojo, lol. So son-in-law saw me looking at them and took them down and away to sell them. So daughter said, let's take some of these, which was a whole wall of white shield-shaped plaques, but they had things on them. She grabbed 3 or 4. We had a house on it. One had a house on it, and I took one that had an angel on it. Marital possessions, assets had already been divided, and afterwards, the daughter had won this car in a raffle and someone was driving it up the driveway to her. And as son-in-law said, I wanted one of our cars, those cars. It was a white 50s Chevy. The front right corner was replaced and it was a driver's side door. Both needed paint. And I was thinking, yeah, but you are not getting it. And then woke up. It's very
And then
vivid.
there's a comment to go with that. Yeah, very, very, very vivid dream.
When I woke up, first thought was the medieval pictures were from a past life with son-in-law during those times. The white angel plaque, the shield made me think we chose the light and protection, and he chose the darker times and pictures. The daughter's car, positive transformation and direction. The driver door, front right headlight, some work to do.
And then in real life, yeah, this happened. The daughter got these.
2 texts from friends, one showing support and the other saying they should get back together.
And she handled it really well. So, look, you know, I think you do a lot of clearing in your dreams as well. Kathleen, I think that you actually do a lot more than what you realize. And it does sound like you've got the dream, like the gist of the dream. What do you reckon, Nick?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I felt that there's playing out. There's stuff that could play out. Like, there's possibilities. They're all possibilities that could have happened in the past and now and in the future. But the funny thing is, I'm feeling that no, this is still present because it's happening for you.
Yes.
But you get to determine how you view it. So I just, as you know, you just replay the story you want to see and what you choose in that. And you made choices in that dream too, by choosing those particular paintings and recognizing not to go that path. So maybe that's, you're making these conscious decisions now about in real life what's happening and directing your journey more.
True. And, you know, and your daughter is also maybe stepping up where she might not have been able to in other lifetimes, or, you know, creating what's right for her now. So, yeah, I'm just going to pull some cards on that one as well. And the white, the white car. So again, you know, that the car depicts our life as well. And the fact, like you say, that right front area was damaged. Yeah, so there's a victory here because we've got our 6 of Wands. So to me, it's all really positive, and that's how it felt. And, you know, there's always going to be an influence, isn't there, when you've had a relationship or a marriage with someone for a long time? There is always going to be an influence, but I feel that it's been completed almost already energetically. And this is just, as Nick said, this is just the playing out as well. Because, you know, there will be times where there might be a few things come up. Look at this, 3 of Pentacles. This is the contract card. So, you know, when you've got a contract, things need to play out for all parties. You know, we've created it for us, but they've also creating it for them. So, you know, sometimes if that contract's actually finished, let me just grab this card that's really hot. Yeah. So it's been a journey, and I feel you're right. I don't feel this is just this lifetime, that 9 of Wands, but it's nearly over. So when the 9 comes up, it's like it's been a hard road, but it's actually nearly over. So, and I feel that that's what the dream is also saying. Yeah, there's going to be some annoying times and there's going to be some things, but the decision's been made. Okay, so yeah, that's just what I'm feeling with the cards that have come up as well.
Yeah, it's like, you know, when you have one of those wild parties, and when I don't have wild parties. I've seen enough movies. But, you know, when you after the party, like it's been all this chaos and mayhem and fun and whatever it is, experience for everybody. Everyone's had their own experience, and then on the floor, next morning you wake up and you see the devastation of it all, and that you sort of make people then start falling into that regret pattern. But at the same time, then people all start getting up, all bleary eyed, and start cleaning up, and the energy shifted again. And that's what I'm feeling. That's what I got with this dream. There's something about, because those medieval times, there was a lot of like, to me, it represents that courage that came through for people to really stand to stand and help protect and fight as a group. You know, to bring together and come out on top with what you believe was right. And there's something about that you must be getting, I'm sure, with to do with why was it those particular things. Because a painting is about creation. So something was created back in that time. Yeah, I can't explain it anymore, but there's something about that time for you. Who knows? You probably were there having that experience, like you said.
Exactly. So, you're obviously a support person as well in this situation, Kathleen. So, yeah, it's I'd say you're also doing some clearing. So for the situation as well as yourself, and that
Yeah,
familial line.
yeah. Because
So
while something's playing out in your real life as well, I mean, you go to bed and it's on your mind. So, that's why you always set the intention, if you can, in your dream to try to help work through it. Like, show me what do I need to know to help me support myself through this as well, because you really still have to look after yourself in this process.
yes, yeah, totally. So let me just have a look. Yes, Kathleen loves both of those explanations. And,
Mm.
I think you'll get more and more as it clears. And that's what I think when we first started, we were saying as well, there has been a shift in the collective, around all the angst and the anger and the unresolved issues that had to come up with this new frequency that's coming in.
Mm.
So this is just another example of that as well, really. So, yeah.
So you're facing everything, whether it's in real life or it's in your dream life. It's all the same. It's all the same,
Yeah.
really, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, so shall we move on now to Angel Laurie's experience and her dreams as well?
Mhm.
Let me just find that. Ba-dum. Oh, actually, the other thing is, and I will pop this up here, Marie. I don't think I put this up here. This is from Marie
Oh,
before.
meditation skulls. Just a side note, for the meditation on Lisa's show, I was trying to visualize a crystal skull, and it was hazy, but then it elongated and became a bone dragon skull. I couldn't really tell, but think it was male.
Yeah. And it doesn't surprise me, that there's other skulls coming through, not just
No.
human.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful. So yeah, just sit with that more and just see what comes through for you. So well done. It's and we just got to trust. This is the key to everything is trusting what we get, even if we go, am I just a little bit crazy here? No, it's fine. Go into the experience fully. So, which is fine. So
And those crystal skull things, we were having a conversation over the weekend, and just as we finished the conversation, oh, quick, we've got to go, we've got to get on the bus. So we jumped out, ran out, sort of got on, waited at the bus stop, and while we were standing there, my girlfriend nudged me and she said, look at that, right in front of us, the guy getting on the bus just in front, like it was quiet, it was nighttime. He had a skull on the back of his T-shirt, and I just
oh, really? Don't you love it?
because that was our conversation.
Exactly. And, it's really interesting because when I've been connecting in, so I'll just pop back in and just check in on the grid and all the skulls connecting and the energy. It's almost like now it's like an etheric, it's creating a whole new etheric skull from the skulls that we originally did the thing with, is what I'm seeing. It's like it's expanding as well into something else. So, yeah, so I love it when you get those messages. So, yeah, which is really cool. Oh, Kathy's here. Hi, Kathy. Lovely to see you on. We've been just talking about some of the dreams that have come through and people's experiences with feeling like there's more space and more reconnecting rather than this angst and headbutting that's been going on collectively. So, yeah, nice to see you on. We're just going to do Angel Laurie's dream experience. Here we go. Yeah.
Okay. I woke up this morning with a pinched nerve in my neck, so my neck and my right shoulder blade are sore and painful to move. I did not go to bed with any issues, nor did I wake up in the middle of the night with them. But by 5 a.m., the pain was present and I had pressure suit like or some technology marks on my right inner forearm. Only this was the experience I believe it stemmed from. I was not in my lorry body, but I was 20-something looking white male with curly, medium long brown hair who wore glasses and had 6 arms. In this world, humanity did not naturally evolve into more powerful beings, but instead there was a technology developed that could alter the DNA and enhance it somehow to recreate the person into whatever genetically would have occurred over time. I see the technology that was used, but have no words to be able to describe it. I do remember seeing on a screen a human male, but it was like an MRI or some type. I could see the muscles and tendons and the beating heart and blood vessel movement through the skin. I don't remember seeing any bones though. And whatever the technology was, it was literally increasing the density and mass of the body in incredible ways. And the bloodstream flow was astronomically fast. And then whatever the person was going to be manifested. So I saw people develop into multi-arm beings with wings, super fast or super strong or super intelligent, but just more of everything that normal humanity was not. It seemed to me a personal choice type of environment and not a forced choice, a forced change one. Like a world where you could be a super being or stay regular, but there was some type of conglomerate or mafia faction that wanted to control the technology, to control who got to be empowered. And I feel I was one of the beings against that. And something or someone came looking for me. And in the experience, I had to find and use a restroom. I woke up in this reality with the neck and shoulder pain and pressure marks only on my inner forearm and needing to use the restroom as well.
So I'm going to show the picture because Angel Laurie did some AI stuff. Let me just get that one down. So that's the picture of what she felt she was experiencing as that male with arms. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. You're looking pretty fit there.
Yes, yes.
Very handy.
Very handy. Keep you at arm's length. So, yeah, well, wow, what an amazing experience. And, we know that we can astral travel. We do go to other realms, but also too, memories can come up. We can remember. And I know, I really feel that there are places and times, and even here on Earth and other, timelines, whatever, where there's technology where that's being done and used for. And whether it is a choice, whether we go, I really want to experience this, we get to do it. And then, of course, if there's a schism or if there's a distortion, of course, it can go into a way where it is manipulated with or for power or whatever. Because what does that do? That gives us more experiences. So yeah, but this is just fascinating. So Nick, do you want to it sort of sounds a little bit like a creation med bed type thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, I feel like, there are races, galactic races, that were very much responsible for the manipulation of our DNA, and not necessarily for good or bad, just to experiment, to find out what happens if we do this, and we're only scratching the surface of our understanding of it now. But as people, I guess, tap back into experiences they might have had in these times. Yeah, I could visualize while I was reading that out, those bodies, and all it is to me, it's about manipulating energy, like how to take an atom, and then you can keep going into an atom and go down 6 or 7 more times. It's that small, and once you all you have to do is blow on water to see just that energy of that. The breath alone can change it. So imagine if we can manipulate down at those levels, what can be done, and all we need to do is manage the energy. So I guess you were seeing an insight into that, definitely. But I have no doubt med beds will or version of them. We are our own med bed too, of course. But
yeah, for sure. But yeah, and like it could very well have been in like seeing it at the time. I'm also getting though it might have been a memory like that's come through for you at some level, and the way you write, it's just beautiful. So the Hierophants come up first when I just check some cards. Now this is someone that has a lot of power and authority, especially over a group of people. So to me, yeah, it looks like maybe there was, there's beings that would maybe run that. But then the 7 of Wands came up. So this is when you were saying people had a choice. So this is about maintaining or finding or keeping our own individuality, that Seven of Wands. So so these are interesting cards. They're really tapping into, I guess, that experience. So
Mm.
yeah, Queen of Cups, and literally that is an experience. The Queen of Cups is actually can be sad, but emotionally looking at what do things mean for yourself, or what do things mean for that person. So it's given them an experience. So yeah, and so I don't know. I just feel that you've definitely tapped into something, I would say.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, because you have some amazing
Mm.
experiences as
It's
well.
also, talking that dream aloud as well. I, sometimes it stimulates us into understanding something that maybe it's coming back in a way. Like there's aspects of it that we
Oh,
need to see the background first so we can move ahead with it. It's almost like we're picking the good bits out of what we need.
I agree. I think, and it was such a clear image and clear
Mm.
sort of message and picture. I agree
Mm.
with you. And it's
Mm.
like, so when things do come through, like technology or whatever, there won't be the
Mm.
fear. It's like, oh yeah, this is
Mm.
just part of our creating process, you
Yeah.
know? So
Mm.
it's, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So we won't go into that, oh, this is all bad or whatever it is. And interesting, because the cards that came up with that aspect, Four of Cups, where some people just won't accept. Some people don't want to look at it on an
Mm.
emotional
Mm.
level. They're happy
Mm.
with what they've got. But then the
Mm.
strength starts coming through from this awareness, understanding. And if there are any issues or little demons or anything that's within us that need to come up to be looked at, they can. Star card came up. So this is us actually holding that beautiful divine light, making decisions that are from that place. And then we've got the victory card again. That Six of Wands has come
Mm.
up. So I love that. As you were saying that, I was emanating those
Mm.
cards, and that's
Mm.
that story. So
Mm.
that's why I think this is so wonderful that we can share things,
Yeah.
because it just helps to clear the way through
Yes.
when so we can understand it on a much deeper and better level.
Yeah, it's like giving us some grounding
Mm,
to springboard from,
yeah,
so we can move on in a positive way. Yeah, isn't that interesting? What an interesting dream, and I really feel like it's time for that sort of information to come
yeah.
to the fore now as well.
Mhm.
We're not just like what we are.
Yeah,
We were created. We have to be created from something, and what did we look like, and what have we been, and where are we going? It's oh yeah,
and we also I sort of feel that we were our own creators as well at some level, obviously, so it's
mm,
like, "Oh, yeah, I'll try that one. Oh, yeah,
mm,
let's get a bit of that in
mm.
there." Ooh.
Yeah.
So
And how's that going to happen as well in the future? Like we know we've
yeah,
got an ultimate creator there, but yeah, we get to do it as well.
totally. I know.
What would you change about yourself, Marie?
Oh, let me think. I'm a mermaid. I wanna be a mermaid.
Oh,
I wanna be a mermaid
awesome.
again.
Oh yeah.
So I can live in the water and play with dolphins. But I think I'm already doing that somewhere because I have such a strong connection to that,
Mm,
so from sort of virtually when I was born, I wanted to be able to scuba dive and be under the water and all of that. It was just this thing. Yeah, so what about
yeah.
you, Nick? What would you do?
Oh,
What would you
I
do?
know. Well, as I was reading that out, I think I've been having these weird. It must have come through on a dream, I think, or sometimes my dreams bleed into my reality, and it is what I would call a daydream. I'm very good at daydreaming, and I had this thing come through where I could. Maybe it was more about doing what I could do around me. I didn't have to change my physical body, but what I could do around me, and it was like, why can't I just change that mat into this different color now and then make it smell like something in particular? And then that could go on to do something else. And I was just daydreaming about all the possibilities of an object and changing it. And I could do that instant change to it
Mhm.
into something else. So maybe that's my my path.
Magicking. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
literally magicking. So, yeah, and I'd love everyone that's watching, pop in, is there anything that you would love to change? You being your own creator, what would you love to experience? You know, what, yes, there's another world. Is there something that you'd love to experience? Or like Nick's saying, is there a gift or a skill that you'd love to be able to bring in? I'd love to hear from people. So, and actually, this is a really good point, Marie.
In the dream, she mentioned someone trying to control the situation. I wonder if the marks were someone who held her from interfering.
That's a really good,
Mm.
thought and insight.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because, when we travel, I guess, if we're doing astral traveling or remembering, it's still, our subconscious doesn't know what's real and not real. So that's why
Mm.
we tend to have to use more positive ways of creating things. So yeah, maybe that was. I don't know. That's a really good point.
Mm.
Um, it could be an expression through the remembering, or it could have been, something that had happened on that astral level. So yeah, Ace of Pentacles. So I'd say that there's something there that's, whichever way it's come through, it's there in a reality. So
Mm.
yeah,
Mm.
and Angel Laurie,
Marie?
that was her reality. Mm.
Yeah. Is Jasper with you?
Yeah, he is with me. Yep.
Would you ask Jasper just
Yep.
his
Funny you say that, because he was saying to me, "Can I just say something here? Can I just jump in?" And so, yes, Jasper is going, "Good,
yeah.
okay." So what should we, how should we put it?
I guess just what big overview perspective he has on what we're talking about now. That
Beautiful, I
into
like that. Yeah, because he does the big overview
yeah.
perspectives. Okay, so Jasper, we're just tuning in and just asking for more clarity and just to give us a bigger perspective of what's gone on. Wow, straight away, he just knows what to show me straight away. Okay. Straight away, he showed me almost like we were going up through like a slice, and it was like so many different layers. So this has been going on for like forever. This is like creation through layers. So it's been, different ways of experiencing and experimenting with how to change things and what to do as we're creating on different planes. Fascinating. And then it came to a point where there was this like white cylinder of light. And it's almost like there's a jump now to where it's actually going to be, how it's going to be done. Yeah, is what I'm getting. Does this make any sense? Like in an instant, I get that. And then I've got to unpack it to try and describe it.
Yeah.
So it's almost like we're just about at that point where things are going to change
Wow.
on a spiritual and technological level.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's almost like an elevation. It's almost like a big jump. Whereas
Mm.
for, if you're going to look at time, it's been quite compacted, and like
Yeah.
we'll do this. This is going on. Now there's this space.
Mm.
So
And
there you go.
is it something that will be different for all of us to some degree? Are we going to experience variations of it, or is there going to be one big thing that will
Yeah,
be
interesting.
underlying?
A really good point. Yeah, this is for everyone. So how, of course, and he's saying, however, everyone experiences individually, uniquely in their own way, but the potential's there for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah,
I just
I
saw
like
a
that.
key in it going into a car. It was
Yeah,
like the ignition is going to, everyone has a key.
yes, it's just going to look different or be different or feel different,
It'll be
or
a different car. Yeah.
and of course whatever it is that we're choosing
Right.
to experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Jasper. That makes so much sense.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's really
Oh, well,
cool.
we'll spark that dream,
Yeah.
Angel Lauren.
Yeah.
That's sort
Thanks
of,
for sharing. And this is why I think it's so important to share, because it just can bring up the next step for us in our understanding or in our knowing or in our experiencing. It's beautiful.
mm,
So,
mm.
yeah.
And you know how children always draw pictures when they're
Mm.
really young, and they put like an arm that comes out of a head, or a,
Uh-huh.
and we're quick to sort of say, well, we're waiting for them to start drawing a neck in and have the arms coming out here and rather out of the head. But in actual fact, I sort of now think about what they draw, and they probably know a lot about what they're drawing. It's their
Yeah.
own creation.
Well, they're still also tapped into source so much. They're, in
Yeah,
other realms and other worlds.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
absolutely. No, that's
yeah.
beautiful. So thank you. That was really cool. That was
Mm,
good.
yeah,
I
it
like
was.
that. So, and Kathleen's had a
I have had dreams where I can breathe underwater, and that we should all be able to do that and feel like I was underwater in another life too. I would love to be able to fly or jump.
Fly.
Not fly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. I mean, we know we can do that as well, don't we, Kathleen? Because I mean, I know even in our dreams, our astral dreams, our lucid dreaming,
Yeah.
we can fly. And I mean, I took myself off to London when I was a kid flying, and I'd never been there, and I knew exactly what it looked like. So absolutely, it'd be nice to be able to just go, yeah, I want to fly here. But yeah, and it's interesting because if you look beyond, for me, if I look beyond the ice plains, there is actually Mermaid Island or mermaid,
Oh, there is too, yes.
so
Mm,
it's
mm,
yeah, I know that we're having so many different experiences
no,
through our oversoul. We're
yeah.
so many different places as well. So
You know, when
yes,
I first saw that map too, Marie, quite some time ago, I remember being honed in on certain places.
yeah,
I just kept wanting to look at those particular places. It's funny, isn't it?
it is. It's where our
I,
soul gets drawn to.
and
Yeah,
totally agree. I've always believed, even I'm sure I used to still pretend I could do it as a child too, breathing underwater. I'd
yeah,
sort of never put myself under risk, but I would. I'm sure I could get a breath through my nose whilst I was underwater. I'm
yeah.
sure I could do it,
You
even if it
probably
was just
did.
once. You know,
Yeah,
definitely feel that was a past life experience, or that. And I actually see these things are just skills or abilities that we had previously in different incarnations and different forms. But what's to come? Because we're still experimenting.
I know, totally, and also too, breathing underwater, it's definitely an evolution in our spirituality. We're definitely going through a shift because Kathleen, I remember the dream where I went down into this cave and it was like there was a king there and then there was a throne for me and I could breathe underwater. So it's almost like this, what's the word, acknowledging of something more than what we just see in our physicality, which is
The
perfect.
queen of the mermaid.
So I know. So and then Marie's got a comment up, and I'll come back to that as well. But so Kathleen.
I shared a dream about a fairyland last week, and since I've had a feeling, they showed me how to create and manifest things I want, but can't remember how. Like I can create things out of thin air. I'm sure. I'm sure
That's
this
what
is possible.
Well, it's through a portal. I mean, thin air is literally thin air because it's going through into another realm or into another. It's a manifesting.
Yeah.
Um, Kathleen, have you thought to sit and just contemplate and ask the fairies to come through and to actually and to play with them? I love going into like my Middle Earth, and that's where the fairies are and my beautiful gargoyles are, and there's a beautiful river. I can just see it in my mind's eye now. And I drop into it. Maybe ask to get taken into that fairyland again, and then talk with your fairies and get them to show you or remind you and physically try and feel it within that experience. That's what I would be doing because that's beautiful.
Mm,
And I loved that dream
mm,
that you sent in last week.
mm.
Yeah,
And please report back.
please report back. Exactly. But, and it's allowing, and this is, and as Marie's saying here, this is perfect.
We're closer than we have been. Some is testing, experimenting to learn, and also testing our openness and lack of fear. Yeah.
It's our, oh, we can
Good
do
point.
this. This is fun.
Yeah.
Having that attitude, rather than, oh, I don't know about this. Well, of course, which one's going to bring it through for us? Yeah.
Mm,
I think this is why it's so important. We actually do discuss it and sort of talk about it. And yeah, it's brilliant.
yeah,
So
definitely.
making the impossible possible.
Yeah. You know, this morning when I woke up, I have a beautiful big amethyst crystal that was given to me by this exact person I visited over the weekend, and I have it right near my bed. Not, I can't touch it, quite reach it, and it sits there. And when I wake up in the morning, it's the first thing I see. When I go to bed, it's the last thing I see if I turn my head. And this morning, must have been the way the light was, but I've never seen this before, never noticed this before, and it's not like it's an unusual time I'm waking or whatever. But the sun must have been hitting it at an exact certain point in that crystal where one of the little, square parts of it was like a beaming bright light. And it was just like a candle. It was just really intense. And it wasn't like a solid light. It was constantly moving in and out of intensity, but it was bright. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, it started getting me this is my awake daydreaming time, but it's interesting we're on this conversation now about this, what we can create. And I thought, wow, if a crystal, we know, even though I know the capabilities of crystals, if a crystal is capable of generating energy, and that was showing me that was that light
Yes.
indicating that and doing that. And it was
Absolutely.
talking to me. I really felt like it was connecting with me. And it was saying, see what I can do, you can do this too.
I love that, and it's true, you know. Yeah, then it's unlimited. Like with Jasper, it's like he's unlimited. He keeps telling me that. So
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
the same thing. We're unlimited. So,
Yes.
and it's funny that thank you for sharing that, because I think that's important, and we can get our messages like through songs, through the beautiful messages in strangest ways if we're open to it. Yeah, which is
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah.
But so Kathleen, it's funny because I was just I was sort of just contemplating as well, and I was going, oh, have we got time for a meditation? And I kept getting, yes, you need to do a meditation today. And I said to Nick, I don't know how much time we'll have today if we can do a meditation. So Kathleen, thank you. You've just answered as well my question. See, things can come through in we've just got to be open to them. So yeah, we're doing a meditation today. So I'm going to do shuffle my beautiful chakra cards. I really love working with these because it just brings through so much energy. And I feel there's something that must have cleared for us to now be tapping into something else for us all. So I'm going to just shuffle these babies, and we're going to divinate which one it is that wants to come through today. So even if you're watching this show afterwards, I always run energy as well with the meditation as I'm channeling it through. So you will still get that hit. So, and then you can just keep doing the meditation as you want to. So I'm just going to tune in and just see what's for our collective, what's for us and our collective to come through today. That's going to be the most helpful, whatever it needs to do. Why don't you want to come out? Let me have a look. And one didn't jump out, so yes, all right, it's that one. Oh, brilliant. Okay, so the card we've got today, which is what we've been talking, you're not going to believe this. Well, you are going to believe this. It's number 28 and it's visualization. And look at the eye and look at what we've been talking about is look at the creation and look at it all. Look at it. It's just beautiful. The colors, the shapes, the sacred geometry, the light, everything coming in to create visualization. Oh, it's perfect, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's beautiful, actually.
It is a beautiful card, yeah.
So it's other realms. This is bringing through the manifestation, everything that we've been talking about. So
we never had this card.
And guess what? It just opened up to it. Didn't even. Thank you, universe. I've got the message.
I must be able to do that really easily, I think, with books because it happens so frequently.
No, it's fabulous. So it's the third eye chakra, which is really oh, and guess what? There's two dreams. We haven't even done the dream one. This is a dream show, and the dream card. I didn't even know there was a dream card. I haven't even looked at them all. This is crazy. All right, so the third eye chakra, I'm just going to read through briefly what it would be working with. It relates to meditation, dreams, psychic development, visualization, clarity and awareness, good memory, awakened imagination, and it's located at the brow between the eyes. This chakra is related to the ability to see clearly, both physically and intuitively. It opens our psychic abilities and enables us to see the truth in all situations. When the third eye is open and in balance, our intuition deepens, our awareness expands, and our dreams can bring us messages that unveil hidden truths. Perfect. Remember things a lot more easily, and our minds become calm and at peace. We may even see visions of the spirit world and experience an awakening of our psychic gifts. It is through the third eye that we envisage the world with greater clarity and perceive it from a place of spiritual truth. It's beautiful. Okay, so let's start. All right, so with this visualization card, it's number 28, which is also a 10, which is 1, which is new beginnings. So this is perfect for what
Mm.
it's coming up today for us all.
Mhm.
So I want you to just either sit comfortably, lay down as long as you are comfortable, um, and just have your feet on the floor if you're sitting, and just gently close your eyes. And I want you to just take a big breath in. And as you breathe out, let yourself drop into your body, become more present. Another breath in. And this time, as you breathe out, just take your awareness down into your beautiful heart chakra, wherever that feels right for you. And see, sense, or feel that vibrant white light beginning to come through that heart chakra. And it expands. And as it moves through the heart chakra, it releases anything that's not of love. It just keeps expanding right through your whole body, your whole being, until every single cell is vibrating with this powerful white light. It releases toxins. It releases any schisms or distortions. And it keeps moving out into your energy field, your aura. Any cords, hooks, or ties that no longer serve you are now being dissolved, bringing through a sense of peace, rejuvenation. And it keeps flowing up through your crown chakra, connecting you into Source, the light of all that is. And you see, sense, or feel a beautiful, powerful golden light beaming down from the cosmos through your crown chakra. And now the most beautiful amethyst either becomes real, that you can see, touch, feel, smell, sense. And it's just floating in front of your third eye, in front of that place. It also goes deeper into the pineal gland, through into the pituitary gland. This amethyst is pulsing, and beautiful deep purple indigo color is coming through. It's a frequency is coming through from this amethyst. Feel the waves moving through that third eye chakra, opening, activating, clearing any blocks, any fear that is related to your right for your beautiful psychic clairvoyant gifts. The amethyst then gently actually starts to move through into that third eye chakra until you feel that pulsing and beautiful frequency throughout your whole brain, your whole head. It is so beautiful. You hear a tone that comes through with it. This activates the emanation point within the ears and cracks open that pineal gland. So you are now free to remember and bring through the gifts that are yours. The amethyst now gently moves through and to the back of the head and back around, so you can actually hold it in your hands. So thank this beautiful amethyst and the frequency for activating that pineal gland, for opening up your third eye chakra, for releasing and removing any blocks that you no longer need. So thank it and just know it's there whenever it needs to be activated. And now I want you to take your time and just see, sense, or feel. Look inside your actual third eye chakra. What is it that you see? What is it that you're feeling now within there? Is there a message for you? Just know you can return here whenever you want to find clarity, to find peace, to tune in intuitively at a different level. And as you gently start to come back into the here and now, wriggle your toes, focus on your breath. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And when you do open your eyes, I want you to see, just take a moment to look around you. How is your physical eyesight feeling? Is there some readjusting that needs to happen, or is everything sparkling and clear? Wow. Okay, so just let yourself come back and yeah. Nick, how was that for you?
Perfect. Actually, it couldn't have been any better in terms of bringing everything we've talked about today into this one peak
Yeah.
point. Yeah, no, that's, yeah. You know that card? Can you show us that card
I
again?
just was getting the hit to bring it up again.
Yeah, that see how that's flowing? All the
Yes.
colours are swirling and through, and as soon as you started that meditation, I went straight into my heart was giving me those pinks and green colours, and then it just was white. It was like a fountain, but then it just started doing all of that, and then I thought, I wasn't thinking about the card. I was just now I'm reflecting back on it, but it was just moving through all my body. But when
Yeah.
you said that amethyst, and it was like because before you said it, I got something drop in a crystal, and I
Yep.
didn't. And I thought, is that a diamond? You know, I got to stop questioning things when I'm in a meditation. I'm like,
Yes.
I jump. I was like, what is that? But it was the amethyst, and it was just perfect.
Yeah. It's
That
beautiful.
message. I didn't think I was going to get a message. I was just in the moment of feeling, and all I got was be the light.
Be the light. Yeah, you are the
Yeah,
light. We are the light.
yeah.
So, yeah, I'd love to know if anyone else has had any experiences from that. And, just know, like I said, if you're watching it later, you will get that energy hit. I was actually running quite a bit of energy through there.
Mm,
So, but yeah, it was and the powerful, I could feel that. I got told we have to open the crown chakra first to allow it through to help to really activate that third eye chakra.
and mine's buzzing right
Yeah,
now.
so it's fine. And when I opened my
Yeah.
eyes, it's interesting. I was going, wow, it's readjusting. I can feel it readjusting. So it
Mm,
wasn't clear for me straight away. But I got the message, no, it's all good. Everything's readjusting in there. So,
mm,
which is
yeah.
beautiful. So, and
Oh, thank you, Mary.
the affirmation is my third eye is opened and I have profound vision. So I think that's quite apt as well. It's beautiful. So
Mm.
cheers. So
Oh,
Almighty said tears. That's beautiful. So you can do this
oh.
anytime. You can just get that amethyst. I always open my heart before I start a meditation because a lot of clearing and receiving can come through that beautiful heart chakra. And then you can just tap, twist, and open that third eye chakra and ask for the amethyst to come back through, which is, so. But Kathleen had experience there.
I felt like I was in the middle of a medieval times and was oppressed. Then when you said crack open the pineal gland, I visioned a shovel cleaning it out. Like there was a lot of old crud in there. Good on you.
Perfect. That's it. And that's one of the things that the system has tried to do is to actually, to really keep that pineal gland hard. So as it opens as well, we have chrism oil that's released from there. It's this sacred oil, and that's when we start to have like kundalini awakenings, all sorts of things go on. You might find that your head can sometimes be a bit tender, like you'll touch the top of your head and you go, ow, why is that sore? So, we really do, it can actually physically help opens up as well.
Mm.
So, yeah, which is beautiful. So thanks, Kathleen, for sharing that. And that's it. Sometimes we get shown in a way that's right for us, what's going on.
Yeah,
So,
thank you. Thank
yeah, I'm
you.
glad we did that meditation because I was thinking, yeah, there was something coming up.
Mm,
Well, it's
mm.
time. So
Thank you so much, everybody. This show's like therapy.
it is. It's like an hour of beautiful therapy for for
That's right.
me as well. I know
Yeah.
it's for Nick, and I hope it is for you guys. But you're very loved,
Mm,
and thank you
yeah.
for being here. And we will see you hopefully tomorrow with Elisa, or next Monday or Sunday
Mm.
night. Okay.
Lots of love, everybody.
Thanks,
Bye.
Nick. Bye.
Bye.